What's up, guys? Welcome back to Mr. Learn English. I'm Tom.
And I'm Mia. Hey, Tom, how are you today?
I'm great, Mia. I'm really excited about today's topic.
Me too. So, today we're talking about how to think in English.
Yes, this is a big one. A lot of our listeners want to stop translating in their head.
Right. You know that feeling? Someone says something in English, and you translate it to your language first. Then you translate your answer back to English?
It's so slow, and it's so tiring.
Very tiring. So today, we're going to share some daily habits, small things you can do every day.
And these habits will help your brain start to think in English. Naturally. No more translating.
Sounds good? Okay, let's jump in.
All right, so Mia, let's start with the morning. You wake up. What's the first habit?
Okay, habit number 1. When you wake up, try to think in English right away.
Right away? Like in bed?
Yes, in bed, before you pick up your phone. Just think simple things, like, okay, it's morning. I feel tired. I need coffee.
Ha! I always need coffee.
Same. But really, it doesn't have to be big or smart. Just small thoughts. It's cold today. I'm hungry. I don't want to get up.
I like that. So the idea is, just start with easy thoughts.
Exactly. Don't try to think about big things like world news or science. Just think about your feelings, your morning, what you see around you.
That makes sense. And how long should you do this?
Even 1 or 2 minutes is enough, in the beginning. Then, slowly, you can do it longer.
Nice. So, just to be clear, wake up and think simple things in English. That's habit number 1.
That's it. Easy, right?
Very easy. Okay, I like this start.
Okay, let's move to habit number 2. Tom, this one is yours.
Okay, habit number 2. Name the things around you in English.
Oh, I love this one.
So, you're in your kitchen, right? You're making breakfast. Look around and say the words in your head. Cup, spoon, milk, bread, table.
In your head or out loud?
Both. If you're alone, say it out loud. It's even better. I'm picking up my cup. I'm pouring the milk.
So you're kind of describing your life, like a movie.
Yes, like you are the narrator of your own movie. He walks to the kitchen. He opens the fridge.
That's fun, actually.
It is fun. And here's the important thing. If you don't know a word, that's okay. Skip it. Or just use the word from your language.
Don't stop to look it up right away?
No, don't stop. The goal is to keep thinking in English. If you stop every time, it breaks the habit. Just keep going. You can write the word down later and learn it.
That's really good advice. So, name things around you, describe what you're doing, and don't worry about words you don't know yet.
Exactly. And you can do this anywhere. At home, at the store, on the bus, walking down the street.
There's a dog. It's a big dog. The dog is brown. Like that?
Perfect. Just like that.
Okay, great. Let's talk about habit number 3. This is about your phone.
Ah, the phone. We all use it a lot.
Too much, probably. But here's the habit. Change your phone language to English.
Oh, this is a classic tip.
It's classic because it works. When your phone is in English, you see English words all day. Settings, notifications, menus, everything.
And you start to learn words without even trying.
Right. You don't study them. You just see them again and again, and your brain remembers them.
What about social media? Can we change that too?
Yes, good point. Change your social media to English too. Follow English pages. Follow English accounts. Watch English videos.
Like, instead of watching videos in your own language, choose the English ones.
Yes, and I know some people think, but I won't understand everything. And that's fine.
You don't need to understand every word.
No, you just need to be around the language. Your brain will start to pick things up, even if you don't notice it.
That's a great point. It's like living in a country where people speak English. You hear it all day, and slowly, you understand more.
Exactly. Your phone can be your own little English world.
Love it. Change your phone to English. Habit number 3. Okay, habit number 4 is one of my favorites. Are you ready, Mia?
I'm ready.
Talk to yourself in English.
People are going to think we're crazy.
Maybe, but it works. When you're alone, maybe in your car or in the shower or cooking dinner, just talk to yourself.
What do you say?
Anything. Talk about your day. Okay, today I have work. After work, I need to go to the store. I need to buy eggs and bread. Then I'll come home and cook dinner.
So you're just planning your day, but in English.
Yes. Or you can talk about something that happened. Today, I talked to my friend. She told me about her vacation. It sounded really nice.
Like you're telling a story to someone.
Exactly. And the good thing about talking to yourself is you don't make mistakes.
What do you mean?
I mean, nobody is listening. Nobody is going to correct you. So you feel free. You feel relaxed. And when you're relaxed, you learn better.
That's true. A lot of people are scared to speak English because they think, I'll make a mistake and people will laugh.
But when you're alone, no one laughs. You just practice, and you build confidence.
I think this is really important, the confidence part, because the more you talk to yourself in English, the easier it is to talk to other people in English.
100%. Start alone. Build confidence. Then, go talk to the world.
I love that. Talk to yourself in English. Habit number 4. All right, habit number 5. This one is about listening.
Listening. So important.
So the habit is listen to English every single day, even just for 10 or 15 minutes.
And what should people listen to?
Well, podcasts like this one,
Of course.
but also easy audiobooks, simple YouTube videos, or even English music.
What about watching TV shows in English?
Yes, that's great too. But here's my tip. Use English subtitles. Not subtitles in your language, English subtitles.
Oh, that's a good tip. Why English subtitles?
Because when you read subtitles in your own language, your brain just reads those. It doesn't listen to the English. But when the subtitles are in English, your brain connects the sound to the English words.
So you hear it and read it at the same time.
Right. And slowly, you start to understand without the subtitles.
Nice. And do you have any advice about what level to choose? Like, should beginners watch movies or something easier?
Good question. I would say start with things made for learners, like this podcast or beginner YouTube channels. Then, when you feel more comfortable, try cartoons or simple TV shows.
Cartoons are great, actually. The language is simple. The stories are easy to follow.
Yes, and they use everyday words, the words you actually need.
So, listen every day, even just a little bit. That's habit number 5.
Every single day. That's the key.
Okay, let's talk about habit number 6. This one is about writing. Or, well, kind of writing.
Kind of writing?
Yes. Habit number 6. Write a simple English diary.
Oh, a diary. I like that.
And it doesn't have to be long. Just 3 or 4 sentences about your day.
Can you give an example?
Sure.
That's it?
That's it. Simple. Short. You don't need to write a novel.
And I think the important thing is, don't use a dictionary too much.
Right. Try to write with the words you already know. If you don't know a word, try to say it in a different way.
Like, if you don't know the word exhausted, just say, very, very tired.
Exactly. That's actually a great skill. It's called paraphrasing, saying the same thing with different words.
And native speakers do this all the time.
All the time. So your diary helps you practice thinking in English and writing in English. 2 things at once.
Can people use their phone for this? Like, write it in a notes app?
Of course. Phone, notebook, computer, anywhere. The important thing is to do it every day, even on boring days.
Today was boring. I stayed at home, I watched TV, I ate pizza.
See? Even boring days give you practice.
Write a simple diary every day. Habit number 6. Okay, habit number 7. This is a fun one.
Tell me,
Think in English when you're waiting.
when you're waiting,
Yes, think about it. How much time do you spend waiting? Waiting for the bus, waiting in line at the store, waiting for your food at a restaurant.
oh, that's a lot of time, actually.
Right, and most people just look at their phone. But instead, you can use that time to practice thinking in English.
How?
Look around you and describe things in your head. There are 3 people in front of me. One woman is wearing a red jacket. A man is talking on the phone. He looks angry.
That's like habit number 2, but while you're waiting.
Yes. Or you can think about questions, like, what will I eat for dinner tonight? Maybe pasta. I like pasta with tomato sauce.
So instead of wasting that time, you turn it into English practice time.
Exactly. No books, no apps, no classes, just your brain.
And nobody knows you're practicing. It's like a secret.
A secret workout for your brain.
I love that. Use your waiting time. Habit number 7. Okay, habit number 8. This is the last one, but it's really important.
The last one. Make it good, Tom.
Okay, habit number 8. Don't be afraid of mistakes.
Oh, yes. This is so, so important.
This is not really something you do, it's something you feel, and it's a habit of thinking.
What do you mean?
Well, many learners think in their own language because it's safe. They don't make mistakes in their language. But English is scary. They might use the wrong word. They might say something funny by accident.
And so they avoid thinking in English.
Exactly. But mistakes are normal. Mistakes are good. Every mistake teaches you something.
I always say, if you're not making mistakes, you're not learning.
That's a perfect way to say it. So the habit is, every day remind yourself that mistakes are okay.
And when you make a mistake, don't feel bad. Just say, okay, now I know. Next time, I'll do it better.
Right. Think about babies. How do babies learn to talk? They make mistakes every day. They say funny words. They mix things up. And nobody says, "Hey, baby, your grammar is bad."
No, people just smile and help them.
Right. So be kind to yourself. Like a baby learning to talk. Make mistakes, learn from them, and keep going.
And I think this connects to all the other habits. When you wake up and think in English, you'll make mistakes. When you talk to yourself, you'll make mistakes. When you write your diary, you'll make mistakes.
And that's perfectly fine. The mistakes are part of the process.
So, don't be afraid of mistakes. Habit number 8. Okay, let's do a quick review. Tom, can you list all 8 habits for us?
Sure. Number 1. Think in English when you wake up. Keep it simple.
Number 2. Name things around you in English. Describe your life.
Number 3. Change your phone and social media to English.
Number 4. Talk to yourself in English. Yes, really.
Number 5. Listen to English every day, even just 10 or 15 minutes.
Number 6. Write a simple English diary. Just a few sentences.
Number 7. Think in English when you're waiting somewhere.
And number 8. Don't be afraid of mistakes.
8 simple habits. You don't have to do all of them at once.
No, please don't try to do all 8 tomorrow. That's too much.
Start with 1, maybe 2. Do them every day for 1 or 2 weeks. Then add another one.
Slowly, slowly. That's how you build good habits.
And remember, the goal is not to be perfect. The goal is to make English a part of your daily life.
A little bit every day is better than a lot one time a week.
100%. Every day, a little bit. That's the secret.
All right, so before we finish, Tom, do you have a challenge for our listeners?
Oh yes, I have a challenge. This week, I want you to try habit number 1 and habit number 4.
So, think in English when you wake up and talk to yourself in English.
Yes, every day this week. And here's the fun part. After 1 week, think about how you feel. Do you feel different? Is it getting easier?
And if you want, you can tell us about it. Leave a comment or send us a message.
We love hearing from you guys. Seriously, your messages make our day.
They really do.
So, try it for 1 week and let us know how it goes.
Okay, I think that's it for today.
That was a good one, Mia.
It was. I hope everyone learned something useful today.
I'm sure they did. Remember, guys, thinking in English is not something that happens in 1 day. It takes time. But with these habits, you'll get there.
You really will. Just be patient with yourself and keep going.
All right, thank you so much for listening to Mr. Learn English.
Yes, thank you guys. If you liked this episode, share it with a friend who is also learning English.
And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next episode.
We'll be back soon with another great topic.
Until then, keep practicing, keep learning, and keep thinking in English.
Bye, everyone.
See you next time. Bye-bye.